Hey, everybody, and welcome to Pod Stallions. I am Brian, and with me, as always, is Jason.
Hello, everyone.
And we thought we would do another color commentary on things on YouTube. And this one it's just a whole series unto itself, which is we're going to talk about the new television shows of 1978. Some of them are classics you remember, and others, what's the word? Mandela effect?
Yeah, there probably will be some Mandela and some also Mandala.
Mm-hmm.
What? That was a thing?
Yeah.
That's what's fun about these things. And they're time capsules, but there tend to be in these super cuts, these super edits, a lot of stuff that I just wasn't aware even happened.
Yeah, me either. And it's weird how you're blissfully unaware of something that's actually kind of cool. But, this is a time when you had usually one television in the house, and at least one with cable, and you could miss this stuff.
And a lot of times you wanted to reserve the 9 o'clock slot, so you watched the one that fed into the 9 o'clock slot, and so we watched a lot of filler and a lot of things.
Oh yeah, like I was just doing a thing on the Great Space Coaster. And it's like, God, I watched a lot of that. And it's like, oh, yeah, because it was on before Star Blazers.
Right.
And Star Blazers, this was like guarding your territory, like, we're already here, watching.
It's funny you mention it. I just found I have a little, about 8-inch tall, 6-inch tall, gorilla stuffed toy.
Really?
That I mailed away for. I used to watch the show and like try to write the address down for, there was like a fan club or a mail away stuff or something.
Kidding.
And it would zip by and I sent away because I loved the gorilla, the monkey.
Now I've learned something. All right. So without
here
we go. We will start putting play on this in 3, 2, 1, 0. Jason, are you familiar with this program?
Okay, I'm just going to say, this is one of the greatest openings in the history of television. The narration is, obviously, everyone knows.
Have you not seen Sledgehammer?
Patrick McClean, who is John Steed, so just to hear that familiar voice, the effects, the music, and the show itself, and it hasn't lost a bit of impact to me. It's like this was a massive, massive television production and riding the wave of sci-fi and Star Wars.
I don't know if I've ever told you, I can't believe I haven't, but I probably have. I got so confused by this show because I never watched all of the pilot that I could never fully, I wanted to get into it. Never fully could.
Well, I'm just glad you didn't think it was a documentary like Star Trek. That's what I thought.
I knew you were going to bring that up, and yeah.
I know that. I know the line that blurs with sci-fi for you and reality. But Dirk Benedict was my TV substitute for Han Solo, and I was hot for both chicks, mainly the brunette, Apollo's sister. Got the coloring book.
Mara Jensen.
Mara Jensen was Don Henley's main squeeze for a long time. But brilliant. Just one of the best openings ever. Still love the show.
I got to say, and speaking of brilliant openings.
In contrast, speaking of sci-fi.
Now this I could get behind. I love the helmets.
Did you know there was an episode? Do you remember the episode of this where Mork meets Robin Williams in the show?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
oh, my goodness, yeah.
Stuff was taken off, and they somehow shoehorned it into an episode.
I love Pam Dauber.
Yeah, and she's
so beautiful.
and she goes to interview Robin Williams. But here we go.
Oh,
Ready?
God. Oh, yeah, I despise this. I hate that.
Old lady playing an electric guitar.
Conrad Janis, by the way, total badass, right?
Total
you know
badass.
That. Yeah. Yeah, he was like a jazz musician.
Yeah, and a drug freak, I think.
No kidding. No, I just knew that he was like just died a couple of years ago, but he was
I figured if he's doing jazz, he must have been into.
Oh yeah, well somebody might have put that reefer in his his saxophone case if you're an SCTV fan.
But this was a show that I probably never missed. Like at least
it was a real cast change show. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Speaking of shows.
Speaking of.
Yeah.
Iconic sitcom, like one of the best sitcoms ever made in America.
You know, this show aired in my first year of college, and it was, obviously like 10 years old by that point, or older, and it felt more relevant at that time. Like, we loved this show.
It's funny when you watch it next to a lot of things from 78, 79, that's when you really see how much it stands out. Like Barney Miller said. Like the jokes are much more nuanced. They're much more clever.
Characters are super relatable. They're not cartoons.
On WKRP, they're big, but they're not huge. They're not ridiculous huge sitcoms. So this is obviously the very first season opening because it's just the two names and no
Johnny. What did he call himself? Johnny Sunshine.
Yeah.
What is with driving and opening?
You know what?
Like Mork and Mindy, WKRP, and now Taxi. Another amazing song, by the way.
But also, you go, boy, this is a sad tune for a fun, happy-go-lucky, wacky sitcom.
Isn't though? It's kind of a depressing, dingy show that I adore.
But they're big laughs. It's not. They didn't do like a very special episode of Taxi when, No,
that's when Night Court wouldn't play the music at the end.
Right. But I mean, I just always found this theme kind of
I love this music.
Like this would work great for a taxi drama film kind of, or like a slice of life film. But I always thought it was just kind of sad. It's just kind of a sad feeling for.
I love this.
But the sitcom.
Again, it is not a happy sitcom starting, but Taxi was a dingy, funny as hell show.
It's funny how many.
I love Carol Kane on that show so much.
And like Barney Miller, dingy. Both dingy shows. Okay, now what is this?
Arrows.
Oh, Connie.
Connie Selleca still takes my breath away. What a beautiful.
Or Greatest American Hero.
Oh God, she was incredible.
Is that the woman that was in King of Comedy, the blonde, begins with an S maybe. Flying.
Hi.
Okay, this was a sitcom.
Catherine Witt. I don't know Catherine Witt. I know Connie Selleca. I love that font. Pat Klaus.
Oh, it wasn't her. Pat Klaus? Oh, I thought it was someone else. It was
Howard Platt.
Oh, Howard Platt. And every
Dennis Cole. He was married to Jacqueline Smith. Yeah.
Deborah Fewer. She was married to Mickey Rourke. Terry Lester. Melinda Now.
That's about stewardesses. All right.
Okay, this looks filthy. There's a lot of sex in this.
Well, that was around the time of the naughty stewardesses and all that, right? So
right.
They were trying to do like the not so naughty stewardesses.
Right.
The American Girls. That's generic as hell.
It's about girls and they're American.
Oh, Priscilla Barnes. Well, she got around.
Yeah. Sure did. The American Girls. Okay,
I don't know what the premise
and what can
is.
we tell from the opening? She Deborah Klinger.
Somebody takes pictures.
Clearly works in television or makes pictures. Wait. She's a reporter. This one's a reporter. This one's a driver, maybe. No,
that's not an American Girl at all.
David
Spielberg. No relation, sadly.
Steven's younger brother. The American Girls.
Steven's younger brother, but they don't have that Ron and Clint thing going on.
He had to work harder. This Spielberg had to work a little harder.
Okay, and I also want to tell you that the paper chase, the first time I ever saw a commercial for the paper chase, there was a scene, I think, where papers are thrown out a window, and I thought that's what the movie was about. Just talk about how dumb I am.
People chasing papers.
People chasing papers.
Okay,
This guy, the star of this, yeah.
Robert Ginty, like he's in. You ever see the Belushi documentary? He's talking to Belushi at the Hollywood Bowl, and his buddy that brings him says, this Ginty's going to be the next big thing. Like he was meeting everybody. They got him out there in the late 70s. I think
he was in that really terrible MST3K movie because they keep calling him the guy from the Paper Chase.
Yes, he did a lot of. I think he did a lot of action stuff in the 80s.
What's that? Warrior of the New? I can't remember. I love that genre.
So
as you know.
Obviously, if people don't know, Paper Chase was a movie that came out. This is another example of a show, a drama that spun off from the actual film.
And they got John Houseman, yeah, and no one else.
But I watched the Paper Chase. I mean, some of it anyway. Oh, this is that's Liebman, Ron Liebman. Is that who this is?
Oh yeah, I had to look this up.
What's the cop movie? The early '70s cop movie with him and Peter Hyams, I think maybe directed him and Robert Blake. Maybe no, I'm thinking of the Hot Rock. He's in the Hot Rock with Redford. One of my favorite movies. Ron.
Yeah, does he become like a lawyer here or something?
He learns.
I've never seen this show, but I've seen this started Kaz. Yeah.
Kaz.
A Laura production.
Starring Patrick O'Neill as Samuel Bennett. Linda Carlson. Kaz.
Dick O'Neill.
Richard O'Neill. So he goes to jail and Liebman created it. Oh, look at that. I didn't know that.
What we got here?
Is that Dak Rambo? If that's Dak Rambo,
can't tell. Who's Dak Rambo? Those are made up names. That's like you're running around the room. You're
Dak
looking
Rambo.
Oh no, another guy going to jail.
Very popular. Jail was popular in the 70s.
Yeah.
So clearly he's falsely accused of something.
Oh sure. Oh right, I've seen this trailer before too. I've never seen the show, but yeah, he learns from all these bad guys, and then he forms like a Fox Force 5 of. Oh my God, that is a real name.
Jack Rambo.
Burt Rosario.
This guy was in everything. But so he gets out of jail and he's going to go get revenge. But I will say, as openings go,
this looks like Quentin Tarantino did it. It lays
it out pretty well. Yeah.
Sword of Justice.
I would have watched that just for the name, thinking it was some sword and sorcery thing. Eddie Capra.
I always liked to revenge. I do not know. I want the Frank Capra mysteries.
Oh, Vincent Baguette. He was in everything. This guy. He was in everything.
I know his IMDb page is insane.
Wendy Phillips. You know her. She's from. She was in Midnight Run. She's in loads of stuff. This guy, this redhead dude was in Rockford a dozen times. Always. And you know what? He's 27,
Ken
right?
Swaffer.
Ken Swaffer. 27 in this show.
Well, cigarettes do a body good, Jason.
Cigarettes and wild turkey. Breakfast. Michael Hort. Oh, he was on Little House, right? Wasn't he a Little House late edition? Seven Ann McDonald. Boy, that's as bad as Dak Rambo. Seven Ann.
Yes. Oh well. Why did Vegas get so many toys and puzzles and stuff?
Because Dan Tana was a badass.
He was. His car went right to his room.
That's right. And bit of trivia: Dan Tana's is the name of a restaurant out here in Los Angeles on Santa Monica Boulevard in West Hollywood.
Any connection?
Originally owned by a guy named Dan Tana. Yes, I think this is a Glenn Larson production or Aaron Spelling, whatever it was. Yeah. He went to Dan Tana's all the time, and he named the character after the owner.
Now, I want to point out something that I didn't realize as a kid. Robert Urich is the star of it, but co-star on this show, Phyllis Davis, is like unbelievably attractive. She's on a lot of fantasy islands, and it's just like, how did she not become a Farrah Fawcett type in the 70s? She's so beautiful.
There's a lot of that and Tony Curtis. I mean, I totally forgot Tony Curtis was in this show. That was a big deal.
Judy Landers, yeah.
By the way, Harry Dean Stanton was a big fan of Dan Tana's. I hung out with him there a couple of times with other people.
He looked like a genuine man.
I recommend going for drinks, but the food is meh. Just a little tip there if you get to LA for Dan Tana's.
Well, who doesn't make a good vodka in a glass?
Right, exactly. Aretha.
Oh, I have no idea what this is. I think there's going to be some singing.
The Hal Gurney?
November 8th, 1978, I was 8 years old.
Dick Clark's Live Wednesday. What's the lineup for this big?
Oh, boy, this is a...
Steve Allen. Steinberg!
How did they get... Oh, my God.
Warlock!
A salute. Oh, Pinky
Lee.
Nobody changed any plans to be in this.
Tom Jones. Well, just the breadth of the variety in that lineup right there was like, this is Letterman and Keaton run.
Yeah, I remember this. I used to watch
Dick
this.
Shawn.
Dick Shawn, yeah.
So this was
I remember this. Yeah.
Or a sketch variety thing.
Yeah, like it was like Mary Tyler Moore's Saturday Night Live kind of thing.
Doing improv.
I watched it because like my mom adored the Mary Tyler Moore Show, and in my head, in my naive head, Mary Tyler Moore just made great stuff.
Sure.
Like I no cynicism had showered over me yet, and I thought, yeah. And the fact that I was kind of dumbass as a kid.
That's my hit for the season. I can't lose.
Yeah. Double down on that.
Brian, what do you think will be better, Battlestar Galactica or Mary? I'm going with Mary. It can't lose.
Yeah.
Oh, wasn't she delightful though? She
like a Jimmy the Greek. Yeah, I like I said, I grew up on the Mary Tyler Moore Show.
Yeah.
And it made me an eternal fan of Ted Knight.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And if you haven't seen one more documentary, which I believe was on HBO or something, really great documentary, amazing archival footage. I didn't know that I knew she lost her son to suicide. I believe it was either accidental or suicide. I forget.
Yeah,
but,
I
she
think
just
so.
played the mom in Ordinary People. I mean, the parallels were so. I didn't realize parallels were so close. Oh, look at this!
Oh,
Suzanne,
yeah.
Tom, Carrie.
Wow.
Oh, there was a people show.
Look at that sign. Did you see that wonderful pancake sign?
Yeah. Dumpster diving in the 70s.
Dumpster diving. And I was thinking it was going to be a Party Crop show. The Dumpster People. I loved this show.
There goes his briefcase.
Wow, that is a last name, Larry. Larry Breeding.
There's Scott Baio. Marsha Lewis. Hubba Hubba.
I loved this show.
I don't think I ever saw it. I remember it, though.
I remember my parents used to take us to a cottage for a couple weeks, and I found a TV in the back of it. Linda Goodfriend. She was Lori Beth.
And there's Jim Belushi.
Yeah, the Belushi. The Belushi had a sitcom with Michael Keaton called Working Stiffs, too.
Working Stiffs. I think it was like 6 episodes. But Tammy Lauren ended up in Kate and Allie, I think. Didn't she?
Could be, yeah. I just remember I found out the TV worked and my dad lost his marbles. Like, no, turn that off. And it was who was watching the kids that was on. It's Blake Stevenson. Poor Blake Stevenson.
Is this another one that you kind of bet on?
McClean Stevenson. What?
Well, I can't miss this show.
No, I never heard of this. I grew up Catholic. This would not be something
What the hell is this show?
It's definitely about Catholics.
What? Uh-oh. Somebody has to go first.
Yeah, that makes the whole show funny.
So clearly he's like, he just tried a black handshake. It was very popular in the sitcom.
Developed by Norman Lear, meaning he let his nephew write it.
Right.
Josh is going to take care of you, McClean.
Uptight priest comes to the inner city. It's got to be.
Yeah.
What is this?
I don't know, but I know that dude.
Oh, that's Jack.
He got around, that guy.
Yeah, he got it around. Might have been blacklisted.
Wait a minute, is that Rue McClanahan? Oh my God, it is. Blanche.
Okay, here's an opening where the narrator.
Oh, Dabney Coleman.
Dabney Coleman.
Oh, is this one of these Yeah, this is that high concept show.
It looks like a period show, right?
Yeah, it's definitely the 30s.
Oh my God, is the brunette the woman from Tales of the Gold Monkey?
Caitlin Heaney? It could be. The video's so bad. Well, I had a thing for her.
Yeah, she was lovely.
She's just really beautiful. Yeah.
Oh, we didn't get any
Waverly Wonders. Oh no.
Oh
no. We have to watch Joe Namath act.
Oh no. Hello, Linda. Who's Linda? Linda's lovely.
Mm-hmm. Oh God. He just never got past a certain level. He's hovering above like Michael Jordan.
Right. But he was so huge. Like he was.
Oh, look at when I told my mom that like Joe Namath had come to the Mego booth recently, she was like, and it was just like, ew. Like,
wow, the memory,
Yeah, I know. It's just like, you had a thing for Joe Namath.
Remember
she totally did.
Well, he did those pantyhose commercials.
Yeah.
Very brave.
I think he did a couple of movies. I think one of them was Raquel Welch. I think I've seen one of them.
Like an action movie, right? With the one with Raquel, I think.
I think his most memorable thing will be his appearance on The Simpsons.
Yeah. Okay, but this blonde dude I'm recognizing too. Do you recognize him?
Yeah, well, yeah, but it's like in the milieu of like he may have yelled at Mr. Cotter once,
Yeah. Yeah. Like he was down the list of
like I watched Love Boat all the time with the wife, and we said, "Who is this guy?" We just sit there with IMDb. It's a fun little pastime. And then you realize, like, that guy was on a Gimme a Break and a Facts of Life and a Love Boat and a Fantasy Island, and you're done. And if you know him, he's from these 4 things, Yeah. I guess you're always expecting on IMDb to find like, oh my God, he was Spider-Man, but.
Right.
Grandpa, this one, what? I swear to God, this is an AI that has just created a pilot. Oh my God, Rue McClanahan again.
Jack blah blah from
Jack Warden. Wasn't he in
No, not Warden. Jack
You're right, it is Chico and the Man Guy.
Is that William Daniels? Please.
You know what I thought? I thought for a minute it was the grandpa from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
It
is.
It's the same guy.
Yeah, it's the lazy grandpa who gets up once his grandson does something for him.
William Daniels, guess what? He's playing a prick.
Yeah, a spiteful prick.
Spiteful rich prick.
Now, the idea of this show is painful.
What's the idea?
It's grandpa goes to Washington, becomes a senator because he's 65 years old. I mean, my God, if I look like that at 65. He's
65?
Yeah.
And he's telling it like it is, right? He's given honest talk that no one talks like anymore. Yeah.
Like, this is definitely manipulated at my grandparents at the time.
Yeah. I don't even remember.
I just love that we're getting like this Texas helping of this.
Oh, this is almost like the.
Larry Linville. I'm sure he's really happy about his MASH departure by this.
Guess what? Point. He's playing a prick.
Yeah, I'm playing a military prick.
Military prick. Jack. What the hell is
It's
his
such
name?
a departure from Frank Burns, where
Right.
I didn't wear a dress uniform.
Boy, this is.
This,
I never knew this. I don't think I knew this existed.
yeah, we were.
Grandpa's on his way.
Webb, W-E-B. Oh, Alex Cord.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Alex.
And Larry David.
Alex Cord. And Robert Blah Blah from 20,000 A Voyage Under the Bottom of the Sea or whatever. What's his name?
Is that Richard Basehart?
Yeah, Basehart. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're stalwart man.
Yeah, great voice. Pamela.
Is Rue McClanahan in this?
Probably.
Alex Cord. He was
one of the few men that could really rock a tash.
And remember he was the I can't remember the name of his character in Airwolf, but he had the one eye.
Yeah, rainbow
star butt monkey. Yeah.
Rainbow Star Eagle or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had like an eye patch or something.
But it was a pair of glasses and one of them was blacked out, you know.
And he wore
badass
all white.
eye patch.
And he kind of talked like this, and he wore all white all the time.
Yes.
That's Mary somebody. Crosby? Is that Mary Crosby? Is that who that is? The one she was on Dallas, I think, maybe.
Oh boy, I don't know.
That guy from you know who that guy is? That guy was the guy. Remember that? What's that movie? Blue. You know, where the thing makes everybody bald, and they become zombies.
Blue Sunshine. Holy
Blue
crap!
Sunshine.
Like a Zalman King movie.
Yeah, Zalman King.
Yeah.
I think that was Zalman King.
Oh, okay.
I mean, in the previous.
You know what? I actually got to ask.
There he is.
Mark Goddard about that. You know, from Lost
There he
in
is.
Space.
See him?
He's in Blue Sunshine, and all he said to me was like, "Oh yeah, you've seen that, eh?"
You're like, yeah, a lot of people.
He really didn't like address it at all.
Isn't that him? Isn't that Zalman King?
It does look like Zalman King, and he was a pretty. Yeah, that's him.
I mean, before the Red Shoe Diaries, before he got into all that. Because isn't that what he got known for? He would do those. I think he produced and directed the Red Shoe Diary.
I think he had a movie too called like The Passover Plot or something. That's like, yeah, he did some controversial things. I'm not a huge aficionado of his work.
No, and the funny thing is, neither am I, and yet I recognize the dude.
Oh yeah, I know who he is. Yeah, absolutely.
It's ridiculous. There's no reason that I should know who Zalman King is for.
Yeah, and you know what? There's no reason I should know who Timothy Carey is, but here we are.
No, there are many reasons you should know who Timothy Carey is. Lifeline. What is Lifeline?
The World's Greatest Sinner is just absolutely bizarre.
It is. But he's also he was in a couple of Kubrick's. Paths of Glory and The Killing.
Oh yeah, he's in Paths of Glory. Oh, what are we watching here?
This looks like a real show though.
Yeah, this is like a Frank 48 hours type of program. Oh, that baby's spine is all messed up. He needs chiropractic.
Yeah, that baby is now 50 years old.
Yep. No, wait.
No, I'm kidding.
40. Yeah, but you're not wrong. He's like 45. He's getting his prostate checked.
He's creating shows now for NBC. That baby. Baby's now in development at NBC.
He's head of YouTube, and he's putting a copyright strike on this video.
What? I don't remember shows like this. I
don't know. Well, first of all, I would just go clickety click away from programs like this. You know.
I mean, I remember things on like PBS that would sort of document. Every now and then they'd rerun. What was the one with the family, where the first reality thing with the family, and they all went nuts?
Nope, don't know what that is.
Yeah, the one that Albert Brooks riffed on for real life, but it was a PBS show.
Oh.
And they documented a family that lived with the family and documented everything, and everything went off the rails. That was something you'd see repeated on PBS sometimes, but I don't remember this stuff in prime time.
No, me either. And this is kind of bumming me out. I want that baby to succeed.
Yeah. I want McClean Stevenson to show up and tell me everything's going to be okay.
Hopefully not drop the baby. Oh, now we got some dramatic lighting. Okay.
Yeah, this is good. You guys are buzzing.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Bummer.
Chevy Chase showed up.
Yeah.
You guys are killing our buzz here with this.
Oh, my goodness.
Chest hair theater.
Oh, is he going to smoke in that hallway?
Yeah, so he fires up a heater as he does another
smokes another dart
in his office. Checks on the baby while finishing another cigarette.
Oh my God! And it's like, what? Do we have all the time in the world for these promos? Like
this? Maybe this was like an upfronts thing, you know?
Oh,
like
maybe.
Maybe this wasn't what you saw to preview it.
Because why is there a piano in the hall? What the hell?
Where'd this come from?
Hospitals do this?
That's the Hispanic dude from the Bloodhound Gang playing the piano. 3, 2, 1, contact.
I got the reference. Although this morning I used a song from the Bloodhound Gang.
Did they think you were talking about the show or the?
No, it was the band.
Oh yeah.
Richard Chamberlain, Robert Conrad, Raymond Burr. Okay, Sally Kellerman.
Alex Karras. You can't have a miniseries on Alex Karras. I remember this. Was it James Michener did this? I think, or Clavel? No, Clavel did Shogun and Michener did Centennial. Maybe that was based on a book or something. But
Raymond Burr.
I watched some of this because Robert Conrad was in it, and that dude was on Lou Grant, the guy on the left. He was also in All the President's Men, and I can't think of his name right now, but he was one of the reporters.
I wanted to make a joke about being Robert Tessier.
Oh. Yeah.
Jim Wynorski has some stories about him. He was a real dick.
Oh, that's a good Quebecois accent there from
Tessier?
From Conrad.
Oh, from Conrad. I think Tessier actually was indigenous.
No, Conrad's accent though.
Conrad, yeah, Robert Conrad. Well,
you've got to sort of kind of.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, I want to take something.
Bonjour, mes amis.
Oui. God, Chamberlain was the king of the miniseries. Let's all just say it. Centennial.
Imagine all the chicks he got.
Nobody knocked him off the throne of the miniseries.
Oh no, he got that for he was doing that. I was in college. He was still doing this shit.
Yeah,
it's insane. He's the OG of this stuff. He must have made a fantastic living.
Oh my God!
Just Carrera. Working Barbara Carrera. But I mean, he managed to make a fantastic living working 10 weeks of the year.
Yeah, exactly. And these series were freaking huge. I mean, the ratings were huge.
I remember once in the 90s I saw one where it was him as a priest and Eleanor Donahue as a nun, and they were fighting their attraction for each other, and it was
Amanda Donahue?
Amanda Donahue, who was they were, I think Chamberlain.
So the Thornbirds? Was it the Thornbirds or something different?
No, it was just some weird thing I saw at my grandma's house, and I was like, I don't think anyone's into anyone here.
James Michener. There you go. James Michener. There's no reason I should know that was James Michener. But that wig was awful. And for let's just say Chamberlain needed a new wig in this thing.
Okay, so I should take this off then, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I think Timothy Dalton is in this too. Because this is about the time where he came to LA and he was in an episode of Charlie's Angels, playing a James Bond type, showed up in a couple other shows. And I think he's in one of these episodes of Centennial, if I'm not mistaken.
My God, the credits on this are crazy.
Alex Karras.
Oh, Brian Keith.
I
think I was named after him.
Really?
Yeah.
He was kind of a hard ass, Brian Keith.
Yeah.
He certainly went out like a badass. I'll give him that. He didn't take the easy way out. Really.
No.
No.
He's a family affair dad, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Michael and Sarah.
Michael and Sarah, beautiful voice. Henry Darrow sounds familiar. I know that name.
Tracy.
Robert
Walden. Wrote great poems.
Clint Walker, Killdozer.
Yeah.
California Fever. I don't remember this one.
Not a clue.
Wait, if it has Mark McClure, I do. Remember Mark McClure from Superman?
Absolutely.
He had his own show where he was like trying to be in a band in California. This could be it, but I'm not sure.
But look at how long this has taken before we even know what the show's about yet.
Oh my God, we took our time. Yeah.
Just this roll of roller skating and Venice Beach and palm trees
coconuts and roller skating.
What is it?
Yeah.
Is it a cop show? Is it a court?
Jimmy McNichol. Oh, Mark McClure. This is that show.
This is it.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Nice one, man.
Lorenzo Lamas. Yeah, I remember this, and I remember he had his band had this song that was like do, and I liked it, but
how did he rate an and? How did Lorenzo Lamas rate an and in '78? That's what I want to know.
I love this show. It is not great, but it has like half the cast from the movie.
Yeah. And it's got this dude who
Stephen First. John Vernon, Stephen First.
Is that Brian Doyle Murray next to him? No?
I don't know. That's D-Day. Let's see.
D-Day. James Widows is
Bond. Yeah, they had Josh Mostel is Bluto's brother. I remember this. God, I wanted to go to college so bad, and I just ended up like I was like Homer going to college.
Look who's making out with this.
Yeah, that's TV.
Michelle
Tim. Yeah, she was on the cast of this.
This had to be like her first thing, right?
I think it's one of her very first things. Yes. God, I was looking for that. Oh, and this was my other favorite show of the time.
Really? You remember this one, huh?
Oh my God, this is. I think it's Brothers and Sisters, which is a ripoff of Animal House, and I think I liked it better than Delta House. Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember this at all.
Yeah, this was probably, and in fact, I just did a TV guidance counselor podcast, and this came up twice because I just was like, I loved that show, and yeah, it's like it's slobs and snobs thing. It's called Brothers and Sisters.
There it is.
And I thought this show was great. Checo, that's
Chris
Jack
Lemmon. Nothing's gonna make your show cook like Chris Lemmon.
That's right. It's just, you need a little lemon. And Zipper. Yeah.
Zipper, my God. He's the burnout.
Yeah. Well, they all live in the basement, those three, because they're losers.
Tony Johnston.
And
Larry is a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm face. What's that?
Mary Crosby. That's so weird. Yes. William Wyndham.
God bless him.
I loved this show, and I thought it was like it made a real lasting impression on me as a kid. And I've watched it a few times on YouTube, and I'm sort of like, yeah, it was kind of dumb.
And can you honestly say, was college ever this fun?
No, but I was like trying to make it this fun. I had this weird aggrandized. That's why I failed in my first year. It was just like, I do not remember this one. Co-ed Fever.
Literally, it hasn't even started. This looks like a made-up.
It looks like the Facts of Life. First of all,
opening. Like,
oh no, you're like grandma throwing a lamp around. What is this?
David Keith.
Okay.
Oh, the theme song, this voice.
Yeah, it's painful.
Oh, he's a nerd. He's wearing a sweater. And Mary Crosby as.
Yeah. I think Rue McClanahan might be in here somewhere. Oh no, it's Tacey
Phillips.
Heather Thomas. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
How many people are on this show?
Grandma's wearing a leather jacket.
Oh yeah, she's hanging out with Mork and Mindy's grandma.
She sells weed. We all know this one.
It's making it, isn't it?
Right. The only one so far that had a semi-hit single for its opening credits.
But it shouldn't have.
I know.
It's
It's
like
a different time,
grocery
Brian.
store music, dude.
You watched those and you wanted to be in college. I was watching this, wanting to go to discos, do blow, have four drink minimum, win the contest.
How many times have you seen Saturday Night Fever? Oh my God, it's Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper. David Naughton. Can we just say David Naughton should? And it's not his fault, but David Naughton should have had a bigger career. He should have been.
So should have James Naughton, his brother.
Yeah, well, make a couple of calls, James. Like James did Broadway and TV and movie. Yeah. He did everything.
I saw James today at a toy show.
James Naughton. James Naughton came.
No, I saw his brother's action figure at a show today.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, well, James Naughton. Yeah.
David Naughton was great. He was cute, and he was, I always thought he was going to be bigger after American Women.
I knew it was Ellen Travolta.
Ellen Travolta. She
really got around too. Yeah.
Rebecca Balding. That's an unfortunate last name. Ralph Seymour.
Wow. Okay.
I think Ralph Seymour.
Oh, Lou Antonio. He's from Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, I think Ralph Seymour was the leather dude in Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Buxton. I think that was him. No, Buxton. Oh my God! Now we're talking. So, finally, the Italians get.
This is gonna get Italian.
Finally, the Italians. We finally got a sitcom.
There's a vowel on the end of that name.
Vinny Boombots and Joey Palacci.
Adrian Savannah. Oh, Vince
Gabagool.
Every star, they could trace their family back to Sicily.
This show, if I'm not mistaken about this show, the Italian American Association found this so offensive that they pulled it after like 3 episodes.
No kidding. This is like
because the Italian stereotypes. They were so upset about the Italian stereotypes in this show that they yanked it from the schedule. They're going to the pool hall. They got their silk shirts. They're going to the pool hall. They got the gabagool. They got the bafangool.
They got the barbaga. Oh, okay. I adored this show.
And
I had a crush on Donna Pescow.
I loved the theme song too.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, Robert Hayes.
And this is the younger sister, the one we were talking about, the redhead with the teeth that was in everything. There's the girl from Kate and Alley again.
Yeah. Weird, eh? Yeah, I had a real. I guess we'll find out because these credits will probably tell us their biography. Yeah, I love Donna Pescow.
Also from Saturday Night Fever. Robert Hayes, playing. Tammy Lauren again.
Kate and Alley, yeah. Sharon Spellman, that's her.
Definitely
her! Oh, yeah, she got around. She was on Love Boats and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, she did Match Game like for years. And
it's Doris Roberts. That's Raven's mom, yeah.
And this was an Italian family, too. Italians were big in the late 70s.
They sold in the 70s.
Not Flatbush.
Ethnic comedy. It was relatable though, because like my dad was an immigrant, so like that whole old world thing, Sugar Time. I liked this show.
I'm sorry, this looks like something from the deep web, the dark web or something. Sugar Time? What is this?
I remember this show. I thought it was like a period show though. Yeah, I don't know what this is. I know it's got Barbie Benton in it.
Oh, they got Terry.
And it looks like something I would have watched if I was 5 years older.
The Battle of the TNA Stars.
Did you know that Mego licensed Barbie Benton from this and was going to put out a Barbie Benton doll?
I knew
and it said Star of Sugar Time.
Doll. No,
yeah, I think Mego was, but I think Mattel went, we will murder your your future generations if you put out a Barbie
What? What is this show about?
Well, it appears to be about possibly
chick?
seeing a nipple.
I mean, what? Oh, okay. So roller derby was big. Rollerball had come out in what, 75? Was it? Roller derby.
But there was also a Raquel Welch
what was the
movie,
one with
The Bomber or something like that, where she
Terry Kaiser again?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how this was a show. And then again, this looks so bad. It looks like somebody just made it on their phone. Joanna Cassidy. She was in that Fourth Protocol movie with Pierce Brosnan.
Joanna Cassidy. Even today,
yeah.
Gorgeous.
James Murdoch, who's definitely the producer or something.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Tom Sharones, who did Cheers. I believe he ended up doing Cheers, right?
Doesn't James Comack also? Oh, yeah.
Steve Guttenberg.
Oh, this is, Billy. Isn't this like a Walter Mitty type show?
Yes, this is the one, the Hulk shows up in this.
Yeah.
And I remember being a little kid and seeing the commercial for it and going, oh my God, the Hulk is in something else. And then watched it thinking the Hulk was like a supporting character. And it was just like one fantasy sequence where he imagines his dad is like the Hulk and breaks through a wall or something.
Yeah.
But I still watched every episode probably.
I never quite understood the appeal of Steve Guttenberg, but on the other side of it, I also don't harbor any animosity towards him. It's just sort of a thing.
He's got a wholesomeness to him he's perfect in Diner. He's great in the small part he has in Boys from Brazil. You know, he just like Cocoon. He's great. Then he tried to veer into drama. There's a great underrated. Oh, Dick Clement and Ian LaFrennais. My God, they did Whatever Happened to the Likely Lads. They were the British writing team that came over here and did a bunch of shows in the 70s. But then he went drama and it never worked.
I know that dude.
Yeah. You know who this is? The most successful director of all time, basically. Dennis Dugan. Yeah. All those movies for the budgets versus what they made. He's one of the most successful directors of all time.
No kidding. This show looks very Fletch-like, and
well, you know what this was? There was a backdoor pilot from Rockford Files. Richie Brockelman showed. I think he shows up on the last show of season 2 or 3 or something. They solve a crime together, and that acted sort of as a backdoor pilot. And then Cannell made this as a new show for NBC, I think. And it only lasted one season, I think. But then he shows up again in Rockford Files, I think, the following season to kind of say goodbye to the character. See Cannell and Bochco, yeah. So he was like a, schlubby, kind of nerdy detective. Is that it?
That's it. So.
Oh man, I thought that was long.
I want to do more, but I think we should save
let's wrap it up. That was great.
That was fun. Yeah. Let us know in our Facebook group, Pod Stallions, or in the comments below on the channel if you want us to do more of this kind of stuff.
Yeah, man.
Great.
Clearly, we've got the time and the know-how.
Yeah, we're really, we've got the time.
Thanks, everybody.
Cheers, everybody. All right, let me stop recording.
Wonderful.